Hey guys, Steve Geek, and I'm finally back. Hopefully, gonna be back for a while on Pokemon Showdown, where it is our 100th episode. Thank you guys so much. I wouldn't have made 100 episodes if it weren't for people just being there and watching my videos. And you know what's absolutely insane? I know I've been gone for probably almost a month now, and that's because of school, and I hope you guys understand. School is my most highest priority over everything, and I had to focus on it. School started, I have a lot of tough classes, and I just had to focus on it, and I'm sorry about that. Now, I have a few things we're going to do this episode because it is our 100th episode, and it's kind of going to be a little special. First, I'm going to have a little quick update and thank you stuff, and it shouldn't be too long. It shouldn't be longer than like 5 minutes max. And then after that, we're going to go into a team builder. I have a pretty good idea for a team that I'm starting to like. The idea, I mean, I haven't even started building or tried building it yet. And who knows where we'll go from there. We'll just start building, and I'll show you guys kind of my process of team building, because I wonder if you guys are curious about how I do that, because team building is one of my favorite things about Pokemon. It's what makes Pokemon a lot of fun, just going on Showdown, building teams, and yeah, it's pretty cool to do that. I love doing it. It's absolutely fun. And then, not only that, we'll probably test the team in 1 or 2 battles depending on how much time we have. We might not actually get to test it. If not, then I'll probably test it after the video, make sure it's good before I actually upload the video, because if it's a terrible team, yeah, I hope it's not terrible. If it's terrible, I'm kind of screwed, because I don't want to have to re-record another 100th video or something. That'd be pretty boring. But anyways, team builder, if you're curious, boop, there's a sneak peek, and then we'll go into that in a sec. But first, an update. I have been gone, like I said, because I've been so busy with school. I play tennis in the fall, and it's just really rigorous, and I haven't had the time to record at all. I actually tried to record earlier in the week, but I started and then I got stopped because I was like, wait, I have something to do, I can't do this, okay. And then later the next day I was like, oh, maybe I have something. Nope, I don't have time. So I really did try, and I thought about it so often, and it really bugged me. But I checked my YouTube channel for the first time in a long time, which is really weird for me, and I wanted to see, am I getting any views? Am I getting any comments? Am I getting anything really? Because I felt like I probably wasn't, and my channel was dead. And surprisingly, my most recently uploaded video, the Mega Medicham, it had a lot of views, and I really want to thank you guys for that, because even though I'm kind of not uploading lately, even though I'm going to try to after this one, I really want to. I think school has kind of gone from that crazy hectic beginning to like I'm getting used to it. I'm not going to sleep 1 in the morning every night. But as I was saying, just thank you guys for still being there, and we're almost at 40 subscribers. By the time this goes up, I wouldn't be surprised if we're at 40 subscribers, which is pretty cool, because I feel like if I was uploading more, I would have had more, but that's okay, that's my fault. And hopefully now, as we do it, you guys will start to come back to me. But anyways, also Nugget Bridge, you know how I said I was gonna post an article about my nationals? Well, I ended up finishing that actually a long time ago, but the editors never got to it until recently, which is okay, because it's better late than never, right? So it should go up, hopefully, eventually, because now that they're actually working on it, I don't know if they've actually started. They just said, here, I'm actually going to do this soon. So hopefully you guys will be able to see that one day, because now I don't really like my nationals team anymore. It's just not a good team anymore. I went to a Premier Challenge, by the way. I forgot about this. This was early in September, and I got second with my nationals team, because I didn't actually have my Mega Medicham team yet in-game, which by the time this video goes up, I might actually have it. I'm really close to getting it. I just need a Jolly Landorus, I think. Yeah, but whatever. And anyways, I went to a Premier Challenge. That was awesome. I got to see people like Hayden, world champion from, what, 2013 or something. He was pretty cool. I think he got like top 8. And then I went against, in my top 4, I went against Dimitri or Dimitrios. I actually don't even know what his real name is, but I do know he went to Worlds or something like that, and he was a pretty cool guy, and he had an interesting team, and it was a lot of fun. And then I ended up losing in the finals to Conan, which I'm not bummed about. I know he's a great player. I have no experience in Pokemon, really. Actually, I can't say I have no experience anymore. I've been playing for almost half a year now, but I don't have as much experience as these guys, and I was able to get second in my first Premier Challenge, which was just absolutely amazing. So I will definitely be going to more future Premier Challenges and hopefully regionals, but that's that. Update a little bit more on the channel is that what's going to be coming up in the channel is probably just this team builder and the 100th video, which I hope you guys enjoy because it's going to be awesome and stuff. But also I'm going to probably just be doing live VGCs with this team, and maybe we'll go back to Mega Metacham team, maybe we'll go back to other teams that I've made in the past, but for now we'll do this team for a little bit because we're about to build it. And then yeah, that's that. If you guys want to see those other side series that I don't know if you guys even want to see anymore, Pokemon Platinum Let's Play is gone. I'm never going to do that again, or actually I might in the far future, but I'm not going to be doing that for now. I just don't have the time, and the quality wasn't good and I didn't like it. Also, what else is it? Challenge me. If you guys have challenges, go ahead and challenge me and I will do it, but if you guys don't, I won't do it. That's just as simple as it gets. Also, sub Sundays, which we never really did too often. If you guys want to battle, I'll post it. If you guys want to battle and not post it, if you want to battle like in game or something, I'm down for that too, as long as I have time. But other than that, it's up to you guys. If you guys don't want me to do any other side stuff, then I'll just be doing live VGCs. And for the most part, I feel like that's your guys' favorite things because that gets the most views and stuff. So other than that, let's get into this team building. Enough talking. I said I'd be 5 minutes max, but I went a bit over there. But that's okay because we're going to be building this team. Now, as you can see, it's got Ferrothorn and Conkeldurr. Now, before I jump into this, Ferrothorn and Conkeldurr, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, are probably the best Pokemon in the metagame currently. Now, you may be thinking, wait, are you serious, or was that a joke? Because how the hell are they the best Pokemon in the metagame when it should be something like Kangaskhan, or Landorus, or Thundurus, or Chalk in general? If you don't know what Chalk is, that's Cresselia, Heatran, Amoonguss, Landorus, Kangaskhan, and then normally people add Thundurus as well. And yeah, that core and those 6, that's actually a whole team basically. Yes, they're overused. Yes, they're probably the best in just stats and overall being able to beat just about anything. But in my opinion, Ferrothorn and Conkeldurr are better, just because I like them more and people aren't as prepared for them. Ferrothorn has 2 weaknesses, fighting and fire. There's a pretty good chance the opponent's not going to have a fire type, and if they are, it's probably going to be Charizard. And if it's not Charizard, maybe you have something like Volcarona, Arcanine Entei, maybe? Heatran, definitely Heatran. And those are all really easy to deal with. I'm not gonna lie, fire types are very easy to prepare for, such as just adding Stone Edge to Conkeldurr straight up beats Charizard and Volcarona, just like that. Really easy. But anyways, Ferrothorn's an awesome Pokemon. It can single-handedly win games if you just beat their fighting and fire types. And sometimes you don't even have to get rid of their fighting types because it can still be a 2-hit KO and they get Iron Barbs damage and you get something off, and then you can protect, and then your Pokemon next to you can hit them and you can still beat them, which is kind of awesome. And you might be thinking, how is this a core when Ferrothorn's weak to Fire Grass, Conkeldurr's weak to Fairy, Psychic, Flying? Now, the only resistances between each other's weaknesses is that Psychic and Fairy, which isn't the best defensive core, nothing near as good as Hydreigon and Metagross, but it doesn't really matter. Maybe on paper it doesn't sound that good, but just using them, I've honestly found that they're the best thing I could use. I put Ferrothorn on just about every team now. It straight up beats Rain single-handedly. It can do extremely well versus many teams, including Chalk, for example, except for maybe if you the Heatran, but that's when Conkeldurr comes in, so Conkeldurr can beat the Heatran and the Kangaskhan if it decides to be low kick and try to beat the Ferrothorn. So overall, Ferrothorn and Conkeldurr just amazingly great. There's not too much to explain here. The EVs allow them to live stuff, the EVs allow them to kill stuff. That's pretty simple. I'm just gonna go into Conkeldurr. Why I chose Guts? I think Guts is pretty awesome on Conkeldurr, just because I've noticed I've been statused so many times with Conkeldurr, and it's bothered me so many times because I hate getting shut down with it. And Iron Fist, the boost is rarely enough. Maybe if you're running Ice Punch, Iron Fist would be good, but I decided against running Ice Punch because as you can't tell from the title, I'm probably going to be using Mega Swampert. I actually haven't 100% decided on that, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Anyways, Drain Punch, Mach Punch, those two will always kill Kangaskhan. Drain Punch will kill if I get the Guts boost, or if I get a +1 or Helping Hand or something like that. Guts is a +1 basically. So that Drain Punch will always KO at +1. If not, Drain Punch plus Mach Punch will always KO the Kangaskhan, and there's no way he can KO me with Double Edge plus Sucker Punch is his only priority. That will not KO me. So that is pretty awesome. Knockoff is good because it allows me to KO Aegislash, and as you can probably tell now, 57 underspeeds min speed Aegislash, so I'll always be underspeeding Aegislash and then knocking off and killing it. I think Conkeldurr is just awesome because of that. If you're not running Conkeldurr like this, don't run knockoff. There's no point. You're gonna regret it because actually, if you're not running min speed, if you're not running 57 speed or lower plus knockoff, Aegislash is gonna be a pain. I can tell you that much now, especially if it's weakness policy and you activate that with knockoff. You're screwed, my fellow friend. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the next Pokemon. What shall we start with? Now, I already said I'm thinking about Swampert because at the time of this video going up, at the time of recording this, I think yesterday it was, or was it today? No, it was yesterday. No, it was today. It was this morning when I read it. The Swampert article and Swampert Thundurus, right, Manual Rain, I thought that idea was just really good. I've used it in the past, but I haven't found much success to it. And the main reason I think that's the reason why is because Rain used to be a lot more popular. It's kind of died down, and Rain beats this Rain, which is really weird because it's Rain versus Rain, yet you still lose, which is always cool. But okay, so how do I beat that? Ferrothorn. Check, already have that. Well, what else beats this? Kangaskhan can be a little bit annoying. Well, guess what? Conkeldurr can beat that, and just about anything else. I can't really think of it off the top of my head. I had so many things that I was like, okay, there are a few things that beat the Swampert plus Manual Rain, but Ferrothorn Conkeldurr actually surprisingly fit really well on that team, so that's exactly what I'm doing. I read the article, and I believe they had something like here. I have the article up on the side here. He had Swampert, Thundurus, Aegislash, Virizion, Landorus, Entei, or Volcarona. He actually changed it midway through between competitions, and I've decided not to use the Virizion because I just don't think it's that good, and that's why. Does this even matter? We'll go Damp. You never know when Explosion's gonna come. But Conkeldurr, Ferrothorn both have that grass fighting type, but not in one, and honestly they're probably better that way. And then Ferrothorn has Steel, which kind of makes up for Aegislashes. I don't know if I'm actually going to run Aegislash on this team. I'm not good at using Aegislash. I'm not a fan of using Aegislash. I just don't think it's that good. There's so many ways to OHKO it, and if you can't OHKO it, well, you can easily wall it as well. And yeah, so this kind of makes up for me probably not going to be choosing Virizion plus Aegislash, but it's okay because I think this is better. I have things like Knockoff here, Stone Edge to KO Charizard Y. Oh, did I even explain that I'm using Stone Edge for Charizard Y specifically? Whatever, now I said it. And then Ferrothorn I think is just an absolutely monstrous thing. Its power whip probably hits as hard as the Leaf Blade from Virizion, even though I'm way bulkier. So why wouldn't you just choose Ferrothorn? Plus Gyro Ball is an awesome move. Anyway, so Swampert. It's going to be the Rain, Swampert, Physical. We're going Waterfall. We're going Earthquake. I always like putting my stab moves on top normally if I can remember to do that. Ice Punch, and then Protect. This is pretty much, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be straight up copying his set. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's an amazing set, so why not copy it? You may be thinking, well, that's kind of lame. I don't want to see you just straight up copy someone's team, but at the same time, I'm not copying the entire team. I'm not just like copy pasting his whole team. I'm just taking a few Pokemon that I think really fit and do well. So we'll just quickly do this. 28, 236, Adamant, defense is 12, minus 12, and then 220. Now, that nets me at 118 speed, which he said what it does. I can actually just go back and tell you what it does. So the HP/defense investment allows you to survive Adamant, Mega Kangaskhan, Double Edge 100% of the time. Good, that's what I want. It allows Conkeldurr to pick up a KO and Kangaskhan not to be able to pick up a KO on any of my Pokemon that I have here yet, which is always perfect. You don't want to be getting OHKO'd by Mega Kangaskhan. And also you don't want to have to rely on Intimidate to have those calcs, so that's always nice. And then, hold on one second. Alright guys, sorry about that. I am back. For you guys, it's just gonna be like a quick 1-second jump cut. For me, it's been a few hours because I had to go do something very important because, like I said, I'm very busy. But anyways, the speed. The speed allows you to outspeed Jolly Scarf Lando T in the rain. Now you might be thinking, who runs Jolly Scarf Lando T? No one. But it's just a good speed tier to be at because it allows you to outspeed everything that's trying to outspeed Adamant Scarf Lando T. And also, even outside of rain, 118 speed is a pretty decent speed. You outspeed everything that has like 110 speed or lower and there's a lot of Pokemon that hit around that range, so it's pretty useful to outspeed that. And then with rain, it's a lot of speed. Plus, Ludicolo tends to run they never tend to be full max speed, which will end up being like 122 if they're like 252 modest. I don't think any Ludicolo actually do that anymore. Yeah, I don't think they do. So because of that, although it wouldn't even matter if I outspeed Ludicolo or not. I think Ludicolo is a base 70 speed, right? And I'm actually curious because even if I do outspeed it, I'm pretty sure. Okay, there we go. Swampert. We'll just do a blank set. Mega. All we really need is the attack and speed, right? Because that's all we're calculating here. 236 and 220. 236 and 220. Adamant. Swift Swim. Ice Punch is all I really want to check, because that's the only thing that's actually going to do any damage to a Ludicolo, and I don't even think it would do enough. We'll just do Common Showdown Ludicolo. Yeah, as you can see, Ludicolo doesn't tend to actually have that much speed. This is Common Showdown. I think most will maybe hit like 108 speed or something, because that outspeeds Adamant ones, so we'll probably outspeed Ludicolo. But as you can see, Ice Punch doesn't do enough, and so because of that, we just can't stay in on a Ludicolo because their Giga Drain will just wreck me anyways. So basically, staying in against a Ludicolo is not an option, and we just won't do that. Anyways, but the speed, it's overall pretty decent. The EVs, I hope you guys understand. If you want more description on what this what this Mega Swampert kind of does, you can go read the article. It's called In the Distance That Day When the Star Became Music, Regional Top 4 and National Top 64 Team Report. It's by Hibiki. You will probably find it on the first page of Nugget Bridge because it's fairly new by the time this goes up. So yeah, it's definitely I would suggest going and checking it out. But anyways, that moves on to our next Pokemon. We have Ferrothorn, Conkeldurr, and Mega Swampert. Obviously, we need someone to set up the rain for Mega Swampert, and we're not using Politoed. Now, the reason for this is the reason why I think many rain teams have died out in usage is for a couple reasons. One, Ludicolo plus Politoed, something like Ferrothorn just straight up counters them both because they kind of perform the same role. Politoed sets up rain and has powerful water type moves, or even powerful ice type moves, and if it's Scarf, then it's a fast water ice type attacker. Ludicolo does the same exact thing under rain, right? Powerful water with Scald, ice to coat things like Landorus, and you'll probably outspeed it because of Swift Swim, and then maybe Giga Drain, also decent grass coverage, although Scald will normally do more as long as it's not resisted. So because of that, I don't really like it. I mean, they do the same exact thing, and it's just a waste of Pokemon in my opinion. Wouldn't it be better to have like a Ludicolo under rain next to something else that does something completely different, but it's still under rain, right? So that's why I think manual rain is probably the best way to go in the future if you ever want to run rain. I just don't think the whole Politoed Drizzle stuff is good anymore. And Prankster Rain Dance is actually very good. It beats Charizard Y, which Politoed previously couldn't do. You'd have to keep Politoed in the back, and they'd have to lead with Charizard. You'd have to switch in Politoed as they Mega Evolve, because if you switch it in and they don't Mega Evolve, they can Mega Evolve the next turn and you're screwed. So I think that's why Rain Dance Thundurus is probably the best way. There are a few other Pokemon that get Rain Dance, and they're probably just as viable, but Thundurus is just, it can perform other roles once it sets up the rain, which is why I'm going to end up choosing it. And it was on the guy's team report, and I'll probably just copy his because I honestly have never used a bulky Thundurus before. I used the offensive Life Orb one, and it's something I don't want to do right now. We're obviously going to go with the bulky Citrus Berry because we want this thing to kind of stay around, because we will be setting up the rain plentiful. Now, do you want Thunder or Thunderbolt? It's only 20 difference in base power, but honestly, it would require us to always get up a rain dance, and I don't want to always be forced to do that. Obviously, we're going with the best move in the game other than Rock Slide, and that's Thunder Wave. Swagger might actually be better. I'm just kidding. I don't think we're going to run Swagger because it's just a luck-based move, and I don't think it's that useful. I know people who run Thundursts like this either have HP Ice, Taunt, or Swagger on that last spot, and I don't want Swagger. I'm pretty sure that's what the person who made this set and Pokemon in this article, he said he used HP Flying. Now I honestly don't really see the reason for that. Now maybe Breloom. Breloom could give this team a little bit of trouble, but we can address that with our next two Pokemon. And Conkeldurr kind of beats Breloom. And it's not like a Mach Punch is going to do too much to Ferrothorn. And it's not like it does much to Thundurus either. Thunderbolt will do enough, and Thunder Wave will be really annoying for it, so I'm not too scared. And Swampert outspeeds and probably can just Ice Punch, plus a Thunderbolt will KO it, so that's useful. God, I'm dying here. And, you know, I'm just gonna go with Taunt. I don't really know what to put here. Maybe we'll switch it to, oops. Maybe we'll switch it to, as its showdown start to freak out. Maybe we'll switch it in the future, but for now, we'll definitely probably just go with this. Yeah, so because we're not going with HP Flying, our EVs might not be exactly up to par with him. We'll just check 244, 248, 244, yeah, okay, 244, and then no attack, negative nature, 0 there because don't want Swagger, and then defense 68. Right, 68, what does 64 do? 64 hits 98, 68 hits 99, yeah, okay. Special attack will be 4, and then we have 160 in special defense, as I just hit something wrong, 160. Yeah, that's where the mess up is, because of HP Flying. We have an extra EV. So we'll go ahead and put 164 because we have an extra EV, right? Yeah, okay. And 28 or 32. 28 and 32 do the same thing, so we'll just leave it at 28. And actually, I don't think these 160 makes it go down, right? Yeah, alright. That looks better. That looks like it's more optimized. And yeah, I think we're just gonna go with that. I think we might be switching Taunt out because I don't think Taunt is actually that useful anymore, but I guess we'll keep it for now because I don't really know what I want to do. We could always use Protect. Protect would be pretty cool. I think Protect Thundurus is kind of going up in usage just because it can really throw people off, because normally when they attack Thundurus, they attack it hard. Oh, and we're also Calm, right? Yeah. There we go. Looks good to me. We'll just leave it as it is and move on. So now looking at our team, the defensive synergy isn't really all that great. I mean, Swampert definitely has his grass weakness covered with Thundurus and Ferrothorn, and Conkeldurr can eat up grass hits as well. Ferrothorn's fire weakness is covered by Swampert pretty well. Fighting weakness is covered by Thundurus, okay-ish, right? Like we can switch in on it. Conkeldurr flying is the thing we need to fix, because that was a weakness. We still are kind of weak to flying. Like Thundurus can take it, but things like Salamence and Talonflame would be a bit annoying. Although I don't have to worry about Talonflame when I have Swampert. And nor do I have to really worry about Salamence, because Swampert Ice Punch Okos. If we have the rain up, he's dead no matter what. So that's always nice. And yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'm trying to think of any weaknesses. We have Aegislash is a bit of a problem. Definitely is a problem. Opposing Ferrothorn would be a bit of a problem. Although we do have Conkeldurr. You know, I don't really want to copy his team exactly, but I'm not going to run Entei. That's probably, I don't really feel like running Entei. I ran Entei recently, so maybe we will run Volcarona. I think Volcarona is an awesome Pokemon, and I haven't actually used a Volcarona in a long time. So are we down to use Volcarona? I think we might have to be down to use Volcarona. Why not? I mean, it's a threat, and Bug Buzz is pretty awesome. I mean, Cresselia is a bit of a pain to our team as well, if we think about it. I mean, Swampert can take hits from Cresselia pretty easily, but at the same time, it doesn't do much back. Conkeldurr doesn't really like its Cresselia matchup, even though knockoff is super effective. After that one knockoff and you knock off its item, you're probably not going to do much more after that, because you don't have that high base power. Ferrothorn can probably outstall a Cresselia very easily, but I still want something that can just hit it hard and scare it, like Volcarona. Also Hydreigon. It would beat Hydreigon as well, but I don't think people use Hydreigon anymore. And in general, it just beats Kangaskhan actually, and we kind of have a Kangaskhan weakness if you think about it. I mean, Conkeldurr beats it offensively, and Ferrothorn has Iron Barbs to kind of scare it off, but what if we had a Volcarona as well? That would scare Kangaskhan so much, because we have Ferrothorn and Volcarona as switch-ins. Volcarona with the Flame Body, and if we go Rocky Helmet, no Kangaskhan's going to want to attack us. I want to run Volcarona, just because Volcarona's a beast. Come on, Flame Body. We'll probably just run the Rocky Helmet, bulkiness. And do we want to... Now I'm looking at his, and it looks pretty awesome. It survives the Rock Slide, so we're definitely going to build the set that survives Rock Slide. I think if you're running Volcarona and you don't have a set that can survive Rock Slide, you're doing something wrong. I can tell you that now. There we go. Now the question is, where do we put the rest of the stats? We have 92 stats left. He put it a decent amount in speed. I want to see, I read recently, but I already forgot. The EVs allow it to outspeed Adamant Landorus T by 1 point. Yeah. And the defensive investment allows it to survive Kangaskhan Double Edge and Landorus T Rock Slide. Okay. I think I like that speed. I do want to outspeed Adamant Landorus T, just because if you don't outspeed Adamant Landorus T, you're... What's the point? I mean, yeah, it sounds pretty good. And then we'll just put the rest, split them up into here. They won't really make much of a difference. And we have to go Timid in order to actually outspeed him. And that looks pretty good. 144 speed's a pretty nice speed to hit. And then if we are running the Quiver Dance, which I think we will run Quiver Dance, good, and then Protect for sure. I'm thinking Bug Buzz because I really hate Cresselia. Most of the teams I've made in the past have been so weak to Cresselia that I'm done with it. I'm ready to build a team that can beat Cresselia. Now, we also want a Fire type move. I don't really want Heat Wave. I don't think Heat Wave's that good on Volcarona. Even though you're Quiver Dance and you can sweep just Heat Waving everything, I think Flamethrower or Fiery Dance is better. The question is which one? None of those. Fiery Dance is pretty good, but maybe Flamethrower is better. They have a really similar base power, and they're both 100% accurate, so I think I'll actually just go with Fiery Dance, because the potential to increase your special attack, I think, is really good. Yeah, I think it's really good. We will go with Fiery Dance. Is that 10 base power going to miss up any KOs? Let's actually check. Volcarona. 4 special attack. Boop. And then let's look at like an Aegislash, for example. Common Showdown, Aegislash, Fiery Dance, and then let's compare it to Flamethrower. Oops, there we go. Flamethrower and Fiery Dance. So, they both pick up the 2-hit KO. This one barely, but this one can also get a boost, and then you'll definitely pick it up. And then let's look at something like Amoonguss. We'll go with like this set. That looks like a pretty decent one. Yeah, they both pick up the 2-hit KO, so maybe it's kind of worth it. Let's look at the Charizard mirror match. We'll use this bulky Charizard. Yeah, we can't beat Charizard in a mirror match, can we? Nope. Especially if they're Flamethrower, we will die. That's a problem. I actually just realized that we're part bug and we're gonna die to Charizard. Well, whoops, whatever, that's fine. You know what, I think Fiery Dance is the better move. It just looks so much better. Yeah, let's go with Fiery Dance. And also, I wanna actually see, let's go for like a common Cresselia set, and Obviously, we probably use Bug Buzz though, so I don't really need to compare them. But look at the damage difference is really not that much, and then Fire Dance can give you a boost, so it is better. So we'll go with that. We will go with that, and that's Volcarona. Pretty good. Alright, so looking at our weaknesses, I think we kind of have it covered. I really like the team. They're all bulky, yet they can all OHKO things, which is just, I think, a necessity on any team. One thing we're missing is probably, I don't know if we actually need it though, is an Intimidator. Intimidate, obviously we could just use Lando T, but I don't really want to use Lando T. I don't think it actually provides this team anything that useful. I just think people are so prepared for Lando T that looking at this team, it just doesn't look like it fits that well. Yes, Intimidate's useful, but we don't even need Intimidate. Kangaskhan can't OHKO any of our Pokemon. And we just straight up don't need Intimidate, I don't think. So what do we want to run? Okay, let's think. Chalk. What beats us on Chalk? Cresselia? No. Ferrothorn outstalls it. Swampert doesn't really get hit too hard by it. Volcarona, Bug Buzz wrecks it. Alright, that's pretty good. Heatran. Swampert absolutely destroys it. Conkeldurr absolutely destroys it. Sounds good enough to me. Although actually, Heatran could be a better matchup, but I don't really care about that. Amoonguss doesn't look too bad. I mean, Ferrothorn walls it and can probably not outstall. It could probably outstall it, to be honest. Conkeldurr kind of loses to it, although not necessarily. Swampert definitely loses to it. Thundurus kind of loses it to it. Volcarona beats it. So maybe something that could beat Amoonguss a little better would be a bit useful. Landorus matchup is pretty good, to be honest. It could actually, our Landorus matchup could be better as well. Our Amoonguss Landorus matchup. So maybe an Ice type or something with a Ice move, and then, yeah, I guess. Kangaskhan is not too bad. I just want to add, whoever this last Pokemon is, I don't want it to get OHKO'd by Kangaskhan, because I just like having that on most of my teams. And I want it to be able to OHKO Lando T's, and if they're Assault Vest, then a 2-hit KO or so would be nice. And then something that can kind of beat Amoonguss. Kind of sounds like I want to use Cresselia. When was the last time I used Cresselia? I can't even remember. Wow. What is this TO? What? The heck? Oh, it's UU. Why does it say TO? Yeah, do we want to use Cresselia? Honestly, I think we do. Where's Cresselia? I keep missing it. There it is. Yeah, you know what? Cresselia is just so bulky that I really feel like using it. I haven't used a Cresselia. When was the last time I used Cresselia? I don't know. I kept trying to put Cresselia on teams. I've never gotten a Cresselia to work. It's just, I'm not good at using it. I don't know whether I want to have that Calm Mind, Moonlight, Set Up and Win variant, or do I want to run like Trick Room, Helping Hand, or do I want to run something completely different? I don't know. I think Cresselia is a great Pokemon though. It has so much versatility. It's quite unpredictable, to be honest. I definitely like it. If we want to beat, oops, not A. Is there a berry to lower Ghost type super effectiveness? Because that would help against Aegislash. Although, to be honest, we can probably just take a hit anyways, and then something else will beat it, like Conkeldurr or Volcarona. So I'm not too worried about it, actually. So let's actually just run Safety Goggles. Improve our matchup against Amoonguss. Because like I said, we need something that can beat Amoonguss and Lando T. Well, Safety Goggles Cresselia destroys Amoonguss, and obviously we're going to probably put Ice Beam and Psychic on here. So Ice Beam, check, and then Psychic is just our stab. That's going to do some solid damage versus something like Amoonguss, more than Ice Beam would. And then I'm really feeling the Helping Hand. You know, I just love that move. I think it's pretty good. And with Swampert, Helping Hand Earthquake will probably destroy a lot of things. Only problem is I'd probably have to set up the rain first. That's okay. Helping Hand plus Volcarona could also hit a lot of things really hard. Helping Hand plus Conkeldurr, Helping Hand plus anything on my team can make things go from 2-hit KOs to OHKOs, or just straight up do mad damage. And it'll also help versus opposing Cresselia, like doing a Helping Hand Bug Buzz or Helping Hand Waterfall or whatever, Helping Hand Knockoff, Helping Hand Gyro Ball, something like that. Helping Hand Power Whip, I mean, that'd probably do more. Now, what do we want as our last move? I don't really want Calm Mind or Moonlight, because I think those moves work really well together, but other than that, maybe not. And also, doesn't Moonlight's power go down in Rain? I think it does. It goes up in Sun, though, I know. So, Light Screen looks pretty good. Wait a second. Does Cresselia get Rain Dance? Oh my goodness, Cresselia... I didn't even know Cresselia got Rain Dance. We're doing that. That's gonna help, because Cresselia plus Mega Swampert, that could be a lead. Wait, that could actually be a lead. That's really impressive. Because we can Rain Dance and then Swampert can hit stuff. And Swampert before Mega Evolution is 118, and I believe it's a base 60 before Mega Evolving, correct? Please tell me I'm correct. Because if it's a base 60, that means it'll be at 108 before Mega Evolving, if I'm correct. I'll actually look at this. Why is... I don't know if this is just my internet connection or something, but it takes forever to load the Pokemon list. I don't know why. Hurry up. There we go. Swampert. We'll just scroll down to... or... doot. Swampert is... yeah, it's base 60. Alright. Oh, shoot. Did that seriously just get rid of everything? No. You kidding me? No. Okay, I'll just quickly put it in again. Waterfall. Earthquake. Ice. Punch. Protect. EVs and stuff were 28, 236. 236. Adamant? Yeah. And the defenses were 12. 12. This was just max the rest. Oopsies. Boop, boop, boop. Come on, one more. Why is this scroller so hard to use? I don't know why. And then this is just minus. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. So if that hits 108 speed before Mega Evolving, I want this thing to hit 109. So we'd have to have 28. We do. Interesting. So we could go for a Rain Dance as we're Mega Evolving and hitting something on turn 1. That's actually a pretty interesting combination. We're going to go with that. 109 speed. Alright, that's pretty decent. We'll leave it at that. Also allows us to just outspeed anything that's lower than 109 speed. Seems pretty good. Now, what do we want to live? Let's look at the Nugget Bridge calculator, because I have no Cresselia spreads, and I've never come up with a good one. Actually, I want to use a blank set, please. Cresselia. Blank set, please. Alright. And what do we want to go against? Let's go against an Aegislash first. Aegislash is pretty common. Let's go into Blade form. Shadow Ball, 252 plus special attack, Aegislash, Blade, Shadow Ball. Let's give it a Life Orb. Nature, Quiet, sure. Item, Life Orb. Seems pretty good. Huh. Alright, so we definitely want to live that. So it's just... I want to see what happens if we max out our HP. 252. Alright, we still don't take that. I definitely will probably just max this out. Don't forget we need, what, 28 here? Yeah. And then... Alright, so we can live in Aegislash Shadow Ball. We'll probably put more into special defense afterwards. That's interesting to note. Let's look at Kangaskhan. Megas Kangaskhan. We'll make it Adamant, because that's what they tend to be nowadays. Double Edge from a Parental Bond Mega Kangaskhan. Adamant. Alright, we can take that fairly well as well. So, I'm just making sure I can live everything possible. Hydreigon, 252 plus special attack choice, Specs, Hydreigon, Dark Pulse. Alright, so we can live everything with 252 HP. Now is the question of what we can make become 3 KOs. That's more important. Or do we just want to go General Bulk? We'll probably just go General Bulk. How much General Bulk can we get? That's probably the question to be asked. Let's see what else. Amoonguss. Let's go with like this one. This is like a spread similar to what I use, to be honest. And we'll go ahead and set our moves to Ice Beam and Psychic. I want to see some offensive stats. The rest will probably just go into Bulk. I want to make sure there's nothing that we can... Not Hidden Power Psychic. Who said Hidden Power Psychic? Normal Psychic, please. Thank you. Alright, so that's a 3 KO, and I don't think I can make that into a 2-hit KO. We'll just leave it at that. Landorus T, though, I want to make sure I can KO Landorus T. The Common Showdown one, lives in Ice Beam. How much would I need to KO it? Oh god, that's gonna be a lot. Yeah, that's a bit much. I don't want to do that. Alright, so I'm not scared of Lando T anyways, because I have Rain. It'd be better just to Rain Dance Ice Punch or Rain Dance Waterfall or anything anyways, so we just have that there. And it's a 2-hit KO against Salamence as well. So it's not like we're trying, that's more just to maybe pick something off. Yeah, as long as it does a lot of damage so we can pick something off that got hurt, that's all that really matters. So we'll leave it at that. But Salamence, let's look at its double edge, 2v2 attack, aerial light, Mega Salamence, double edge. Yeah, we ate that up pretty easily. How about making that into a, double click that, okay. Is there any way to make that into a 3-hit KO? No way, that's not gonna happen. To be honest, what I'll do, because I don't think I know anything that can just make things into not being 2-hit KOs, so we'll probably do something like this, because this is my highest stat. It will get the biggest buff from the 10%, so we'll do something like that. Don't forget to minimize this, and then we might just put the rest into defense. 228. Think so. That looks pretty good. That's pretty 169, 165. That's actually fairly balanced out. 227 HP. That's really bulky. We're gonna leave it at that. Cresselia, you are a monster. Holy, yeah, we're leaving it at that. That looks pretty nice. Volcarona, I just remember. Let's go ahead and lower this because Swagger is a thing, and that is why we have to. And these guys are all physical, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, looks pretty good. This guy, okay, making sure he underspeeds Aegislash. Make a Swampert good. Good, and outspeeds normal Swampert by 1 point. That looks pretty good. Honestly, I think we just made our team. I'm liking it. Looks pretty good. I don't see any gaping weaknesses. So let's just go ahead and shall we battle? Shall we battle? Indeed is the way to go. Let's go for one battle this episode because we're at 41 minutes and it is the 100th episode, so it will be a bit special. And what are we going against? What is our rank? What the heck? Did the rank reset? No, I didn't. Wow. Well, crap. This is something that's pretty scary to this team, but at the same time, not really. If I get under Rain, it's over. I'm pretty sure Swampert beats his team. So let's go Swampert. Let's try to get him to either send out his Politoed or just beat him with our own Rain. Wow, because Waterfall, Ice Punch, Waterfall or Earthquake, Ice Punch. This thing doesn't scare me. Ferrothorn does extremely well here as well, and this is lagging a lot. So I think we'll go Swampert. Thundurus is pretty good as well. Or Cresselia. I actually like Cresselia over Thundurus here. Let's go Cresselia, Swampert, Cresselia, Ferrothorn, and maybe Conkeldurr. We don't have Ice Punch, which would have been huge, but that's okay. I think Conkeldurr is still a pretty good bring here. Volcarona is probably the worst. We could actually, not really. 2 weaknesses to fire. We'll go with Conkeldurr though. This looks like a pretty easy matchup, but I'm really scared that if I accidentally mess up, he might have the momentum to absolutely destroy us, which is a bit scary. Alright, Sceptile Whimsicott. What the heck is this guy trying to do? Oh, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna Leaf Storm the Swampert or Giga Drain the Swampert or something like that, and he's gonna taunt my Cresselia. I can see it from a mile away. So we're gonna go into our Ferrothorn, because I want to take the Grass type move with it, and there's no point of even setting up the Rain right now. So let's go ahead and just Ice Beam the Sceptile. Sounds pretty good. We're gonna Ice Beam the Whimsicott as well. Whimsicott's kind of annoying. Shoot, do we want to get rid of it? I don't think it puts up enough offensive pressure against my team, so we'll just do this. And he's gonna protect. Alright, so I probably should have Ice Beamed. Oh, but he just goes for Leech Seed, so we're completely okay. Although it would have been better to Ice Beam the Whimsicott, but that's fine. Ice Beam's probably gonna take out a Sceptile. What are his base stats? Sceptile, 85 special defense, 70 HP. What is that compared to Landorus's? Because we know we can't OHKO an uninvested Landorus T, but well, actually, we might not even be able to OHKO the Sceptile. No, I think we could. He's got a tiny bit more special defense, way less HP though. So I'm just gonna go in my gut feeling that we'll take him out. And if not, we'll double into him with a Gyro Ball plus an Ice Beam. One of them will take him out, or it'll hit the Kabutops, and whoa, double switch. Okay, I'm fine with that. Thanks for setting up the rain for me. And, oh, that didn't KO. Crap, that's, oh god. That's fine. That'll be fine. We'll just Power Whip the Politoed. And let's go for Ice Beam, because it'll hit a switch in really hard. I don't know why these, whenever I hover over something like this stuff comes up. Wow, Kabutops, you are powerful. Good job. That was a powerful Rock Slide. I am so scared. We're gonna steamroll this guy. This team is absolutely awesome. Even though we're going against a really weird niche team, or niche, or whatever you like to call it, this team still looks pretty good. I mean, we had the switch in for Ferrothorn against a grass type move that was so obvious. Gresselia's here with an Ice Beam that's so threatening, and it's just so bulky. And we have the Swampert in the back who can just come in on this rain, Ice Punch everything, we win. Conkeldurr can also single-handedly probably win this game. So what we're gonna do is we're going to just Gyro Ball the Sceptile. We'll Gyro Ball Whimsicott and we'll Ice Beam Sceptile. Doesn't matter. That was in case he protects, and he actually goes for Focus Blast. Still doesn't KO me like a beast, and he actually lives that, so that's pretty impressive. But that's okay, because we still win. So GG to my opponent. Unless he has like unless he has Razor Leaf and it crits, KOs all my Pokemon, I don't think there's a way he can win this. Razor Leaf in VGC, that'd be funny. Anyways, he's just gonna forfeit. Yeah, he had nothing he could do there. We are gonna win that match, and Showdown is just so laggy for some reason. I have no clue why that is. Whatever. Oh yeah, see, the rating did reset. What am I talking about? I was like, why am I going against such a bad team? Because the rating reset. Whatever. Because of that, I think we have time to go in for another match. And look at this. What is this mess up? What is going on? Showdown. Get in the groove. Anyways, because this is the 100th episode, we'll probably go to, after this battle, that will be the end. But yeah, we're going extra long because it's the special episode, and what are we going against again? This is why low ladder is hilarious. But you know what's nice? A new team, a new start to the ladder. We're going to try to climb as high as we can with this team. And why does Cresselia look so good again? Alright, Cresselia looks so good again. We're going to go with Cresselia. What does he have to beat my Swampert? Nothing. We're going to do the same lead. This Cresselia Swampert lead actually looks amazing. I thought Thundurus would be setting up the rain every time, but surprisingly, Cresselia is pretty good here. Although Thundurus isn't bad either. I might go with Thundurus. Why is this thing keep popping up like original text? Why is this page trying to be translated? It's in English. Okay, whatever. I'll have to go check my settings for Chrome. That's really weird. Conkeldurr doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna bring Conkeldurr this time as well. And do we want Volcarona? He has a few answers to Volcarona. I don't think Volcarona's the best. Because I feel like he has a Stone Edge with that Machamp or something. He doesn't have a Mega. That's always nice. He's got a few counters to Ferrothorn, so let's go Thundurus anyways. Our goal is actually just to set up the rain and let Swampert try to win this. And there's Mr. Mime Liepard. What the hell? What the heck? Alright, we're gonna set up a Rain Dance. We're gonna Mega Evolve. We're gonna Earthquake. It's gonna be fine and dandy. Correct? Correct. You know what I think is kind of screwing this thing up? Is it because our browser... I don't know, but why does this all look weird? Like, why does it say Ice, Ice Punch, 24-24? Why isn't that's normally below? Okay, whatever. Whatever. We're just gonna Earthquake, do some damage. He's gonna protect. I'm okay with that. He's gonna trick me a Choice Scarf. Crap. We're definitely switching out our Cresselia. Not keeping that thing in here. We'll just go right out into Thundurus. And then we'll just go for the Earthquake. I'm pretty sure we can clear the field here. If not, Thundurus comes in and just, it's gonna be annoying. That's basically it. This Liepard can't really do too much to us. Swagger would be annoying, and us hitting ourselves in confusion a bunch. But other than that, I think Swampert can just Earthquake spam most of his team to death. This lag, holy crap. This is so bad. And there's a Foul Play, which actually does a surprisingly large amount, but that's okay. I'm fine. Let's see, he goes into his Machamp, so I'm feeling the Earthquake plus Thunderbolt combo will just take him out. Why does this say taunts? The heck? Pokemon Showdown, get your groove together. Let's just Earthquake. I'm pretty sure Machamp can't live this. I probably get a Waterfall expecting that Protect. Oh, we get a crit, so that's... Ooh, that crit might have mattered now. Yeah, that crit might have mattered. That was a misplay on my part. I should have Waterfalled, but that's okay, because we'll still win no matter what. Let's just... He's got Volt Absorb, right? That's his ability thing. So we're just going to taunt the Liepard because we can. Why the heck not? And then we're just going to Earthquake. Because it'll take out the Liepard and the Pachirisu. Yeah, that's game. That's why Mega Swampert is actually pretty good. As you saw, he just did damage, and he just straight up destroyed opponents. I'm sorry that we're low ladder, and so we didn't really get to test out the team, but at least we didn't see we have like a major flaw and just absolutely lose, so that was always good. And we don't have a weakness to Liepard. Liepard doesn't really like our team. I don't know why he actually used Liepard against us, but he had a weird team anyways. But anyways, that is our 100th episode, and I want to thank you guys for staying. If you stayed this far, say down in the comments that you stayed this far, and I will give you a little smiley face. And not only that, if you like this team, do leave a like, share it with your friends, do whatever the heck you want, because we're going to be using this team in our future live VGCs. I'm going to try to make them every other day. If I'm busy and I miss a few videos a week, then wait till the weekend when I will probably have time to record a bunch again. And then yeah, it's all going to be great and fine and dandy. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and for live VGCs with this team, and also if you haven't checked out my previous teams I've used, those have been pretty interesting, such as Mega Medicham, which was the most recent one, which is also pretty awesome. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.